Hello, Hastings. Let's get right into your daily briefing for Monday, February 9th. We've got the weather you need to know about, and then a pretty cool trip back in time. I love this. It just perfectly captures that vibe, doesn't it? If you've ever walked the riverfront this time of year, you know exactly what that quiet season hoodie feels like. It's that calm, cozy, kind of settled feeling that hangs over the town. So, what does that hoodie weather actually mean for your day? Let's dive into the forecast and see what you can expect out there. Okay, looking at the numbers, this is actually a pretty mild day for February. We're going to see a high of 42 degrees, which will feel fantastic before it dips back down to around 30 overnight. The wind's not going to be much of a factor either. Pretty calm for most of the day. And maybe the best part, absolutely no weather alerts to worry about. Let's break the day down a bit. The morning is going to start out chilly, right around freezing, so you'll definitely want to bundle up. But then the afternoon, that's our sweet spot. It warms up into the low 40s, making it a great chance to get outside for a bit. Then, as we get into the evening, just a heads up, there's a small chance for a few flurries to fly between about 9 and 10 p.m. Nothing major. So, what does this mean for getting dressed? Well, you know the Minnesota drill. Layers are everything. Start the day with your full winter gear, coat, hat, the works. But by the afternoon, you might find yourself wanting to switch to a lighter jacket. And if you're going to be out late tonight, just keep that extra layer handy and maybe watch your step in case those little snowflakes make things a tad slick. You just gotta laugh, right? It's like Levy Park tried to order up some spring light today, but that little chance of snow tonight is trying to jump in and photobomb the picture. That is classic Minnesota for you. All right, let's shift gears now. We're going to leave today's forecast behind and jump into a little time capsule, because it turns out February 9th has been a pretty big deal throughout history. On this one single date, we've got three totally different but really significant moments. We're talking about literary perfection, the actual birth of a major sport right here in Minnesota, and a piece of technology that completely changed the world. So what's with this score, 9-3? Well, that, believe it or not, was the final score of the world's first ever intercollegiate basketball game. And get this, it was played in 1895 right here in Minnesota between Hamlin and the University of Minnesota's School of Agriculture. I mean, can you imagine a 9-3 final? A very different game back then, but it all started here. Now let's jump forward to 1969. On this day, this absolute marvel of engineering, the Boeing 747, the original jumbo jet, took to the skies for the very first time. This plane really did change everything. It made long-distance travel affordable and accessible for millions of people, making our world feel a whole lot smaller. And I just love this one. It goes to show you that the need to get things just right is timeless. Back in 1888, the great poet Walt Whitman was personally proofreading his famous poem, "O Captain, My Captain," and sent his publisher a list of corrections. Talk about some serious editor energy, even way back in the 1800s. So, we've bounced from a quiet day here in Hastings all the way to world-changing moments in our past. Let's kind of bring it all back home with one final thought. This date has seen some big things happen. A game that made sports history, a jet that changed how we see the world. It really makes you wonder, what will today be remembered for? So whether you're making big history or just enjoying a quiet walk by the river, go out and make it a great one. Have a fantastic day, Hastings.